Hey guys, I'm Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the Christmas Nativity book tag. I was tagged by Celestia to do this, I kid you not, probably 2 years ago now? Is it 2? If it's 3, I'm gonna feel really bad. I don't remember when she tagged me to do this, but yeah, this was like, we're gonna say 2 or 3 years ago now. And I feel really bad about this, but every single December since she tagged me, either I've run out of time to film it, or I'm not in the mood, or I'm taking a hiatus in December. So, yeah, sorry. Celestia, this is a long time coming, but I'm finally doing it. So, yay! I'm finally doing this tag 2 or 3 years later. I really hope it's not 3 years, but who knows at this point? It probably is. So yeah, we're just gonna jump right into the questions because, you know, this is awkward enough already that I'm doing this like years later, but at least I'm doing it now. So yeah, we're just gonna jump right into the prompts. The first one is the angel Gabriel, a story that shares the good news of salvation. Now I know I've read plenty of Christian books that have a character coming to salvation, but like I couldn't think of any of them, and I don't know if I own any besides this one, so I just decided to go with this one. And yeah, that is Purple Moon by Tessa Emily Hall. I haven't read this book in a while. It's YA contemporary, Christian contemporary, but I do know there's like a yeah, I think she comes into full salvation with Jesus in this one, I think, or it's a recommitment type thing. I forget. It's been a while since I've read this book. I remember really enjoying it and reading it several times, but I haven't reread it to see if I still would enjoy it with what I enjoy now. But yeah, I do remember there was some kind of a salvation, come to Jesus, recommitment to Jesus type moment in this book. So yeah, that's all I remember though. So okay, No Room in the Inn. A book that's too big to fit on your shelf standing up. Okay, this one's more like it's too long. And that is The Art of Tangled. This is like a concept art book for the movie. And as you can tell, it's just more long than tall. So I kind of have to put it in my bookcase like this because otherwise it will stick out and people will run into it. So, like, yeah. So it doesn't really fit. I've tried laying it down flat, but then I thought the dust jacket would get messed up even more than it kind of already is. It's a little curled, but from where I've hit it accidentally. But yeah, it has to sit like this on my shelf. But I really enjoyed this book, but yeah, it's a little too long. It's just oddly shaped. Wrapped in Swaddling Cloths, a book that gives you a cozy feeling. Now, I decided to go with a different answer in this one because everyone's probably thinking I'm going to say Fierce Heart, but, you know, that one counts too. But I'm going to go with this one. That is The Lady of Lanaria by Michaela Bush. This is a Christian, non-magical fantasy Rapunzel retelling. Yeah, this one is, there's a lot of danger in here, but generally all my books, even if they're cozy, have like danger and intrigue in them because that's just what I like. But yeah, but this one definitely gives me a cozy, warm feeling. I love this book. Definitely due for a reread at some point, but yeah, I've already read this like 2 or 3 times, I think. But yeah, really love this book, and it definitely gives me a warm, cozy feeling. Manger, a main character with humble beginnings. I could have gone with a bunch of other ones with this answer, but I decided to go with this one. That is The Enchanted Wreath by Brittany Fichter. This is it's kind of Christian fantasy. It has little hints of Christian fantasy, but you could also, you know, just read it as a mainstream fantasy. This is a fairy tale retelling of a very obscure fairy tale called The Enchanted Wreath. And in this one, one of our main characters, Giselle, she is basically, is he a woodcutter? Is that what he is? Her father's either I think he's a woodcutter. He's a woodcutter. He does something with wood. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a woodcutter. Anyways, Giselle's father is a woodcutter, so she's a woodcutter's daughter. She basically takes over the business a lot of the times because he's often away and stuff like that. So yeah, and she ends up, I mean, not really spoilers because it's a fairy tale retelling, but she does end up marrying a prince. So, you know, pretty humble beginning. She goes from woodcutter's daughter to princess. So I really like the chapter headings for these has these flower designs. It's really pretty. I really like the way she has formatted these books on the inside. This is just a minor rant, and the page breaks are a little flower. Yeah, I just think that's really pretty. I really like how she's designed that, but that's neither here nor there. The Heavenly Host Singing, a book with a musical theme. This one was really hard for me to come up with. I came up with multiple books that had dancing in them, but not so many where the music is like really focused. And I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to go with a book that I usually do, but then I was looking through the books that I own, and I realized this book actually does have a very huge musical theme, and that is Accidentally a Supervillain by H.L. Burke. This is the 4th book in the Supervillain Romance Project series, and this one, one of the main characters, Mako, his superpower is in making music, and using the music to do certain things like create shields, crumble floors, throw back people, put people to sleep. He does all kinds of things with music-based powers. So, yeah, and that becomes a huge thing because our other main character, Abigail, she can't really deal with like loud sounds and music and stuff like that. So that becomes an integral part of the story as he tries to get her into music that she can handle and stuff like that, plus his own powers. So yeah, this one definitely has a musical element to it, and I was very happy to find this one because otherwise I was gonna have to use a book that I've used before, which is Harmony's Journey, which is a Bella Sarah book, and I've had to use that one before, and I was thinking, oh great, I'm gonna have to use that one again. But yeah, this one definitely fits the bill for definitely a big musical theme. Shepherds and Sheep, a story that contains an animal. So with this one, also again, could have gone with quite a few other ones, but I decided to spotlight this book in the Marigold Chronicles. That is a Fated Quest. This is book 3, and I'm spotlighting this because of Leo here. He is a talking fox. There's more around to that why this fox can talk, but yeah, and he's an integral part of the story. He was like, I want to say probably my favorite character in this book was him. He's a philosophizing fox. I almost called him a sock. that would be interesting. A philosophizing sock. That would be interesting. I don't know what you would do with that or what story would have in it, but whatever. Anyways, he's a fox, not a sock. But he does philosophize. So yeah, yeah, definitely my favorite character in this book. Three Wise Men, a story that involves travel. Again, I'm majorly? What even is that? Okay. I'm mainly read fantasy books, so generally they're traveling a lot. But I decided to spotlight this one because it's been a while since I talked about this one, and technically you as the reader, plus also the characters, do end up traveling around a lot. And that is Rage Like the Gods by Nicki Chapelway. And this is a chunker of a book. It is an epic fantasy series. We follow 4 or 5 different characters in this one, all over this fantasy world. Some of them do travel quite a ways, some of them stay in the same place generally throughout the whole story, but there are a lot of characters we're following in this one, and you as the reader bounce around and travel all over the place, and also the characters themselves travel around a lot. So yeah, I thought it fit for both ways. Yeah, this is a chunker of a book. How many pages is this? It's okay, the story-wise, it's 668 pages with very teeny font. But yeah, I haven't reread this book, but I definitely am going to, especially when she, whenever she announces when the second book's coming out, because I definitely need to refresh my memory before continuing this series. Gold, a book with gold on the cover. So I went with 2 options for this one. These were the only 2 I could think of. I guess technically a Fated Quest had gold lettering, but I decided to go with these 2 because they are actually shiny and gold. Actually, this one might be more copper, whatever, it works. Fawkes has the gold foil there, as you can kind of see with the light bouncing off of it. So there's that one, and also Romanov. Romanov has a lot of gold on it. Also by Nadine Brandes. Also has it on the back, I think. Some of the gold foil is on the back of Fawkes, or maybe it doesn't sparkle. They didn't put it sparkly on the back. Well, that's just rude. They should have put it sparkly all the way around. The spine doesn't really have any sparkle. That's just rude. They put sparkles on the back of this one. All right, Thomas Nelson, we're gonna have a talk about this one. Seriously, you need to make this one sparkly all the way around too. But anyways, these are the two I thought of for gold. Frankincense, a book that was gifted to you. So I decided to go with most recently gifted series to me. This was given to me by my sister for my birthday, and that is the Magic on Main Street trilogy by K.M. Shea. Yeah. So the first book is The Lies of Vampires and Slayers. The second one is The Games of Enemies and Allies. And the third is The Order of Blood and Ruin. These are urban fantasy, paranormal romance. They are amazing. Part of the Magiford universe. I talk about these books nonstop. I love them a lot. So yeah, she gave me this trilogy for my birthday this year. Myrrh, a book that made you cry. Okay. A lot of books make me tear up, but this book continually makes me cry every time I read it, even though I know what's gonna happen. The King's Scrolls, Book 2 in the Ilion Chronicles by Jaye Knight. If you know, you know. Because I can't tell you why, because it's a spoiler. But if you know, you know. And I swear I cry every single time, even though I know what's gonna happen. But yeah. Mary and Joseph, a book with a big surprise. Okay, this one I also can't explain too much what the big surprise is, because it's the end of the book. That is Zombie Takeover by Michelle Israel Harper. This one has a huge plot twist at the end. I can't say what it is, but it's like, I did not see that coming. And I was just like, what? But yeah, definitely one of the bigger surprises in a book that I've ever read. But I can't tell you what it is. You'll just have to read it for yourself. Jesus, the story with the most Christian content. Again, I could have gone with probably multiple Christian books that I have, either Christian fantasy or not, but I decided to go with this one because throughout the whole series, even though it's technically an allegory, it also has the most Christian content, in my opinion. That is the Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. Oh look, it has gold foil. I could have used this one for gold, too. I'm just finding all kinds of goldy books. Goldy books, whatever. Hey, at least the spine sparkles on this one. They didn't put anything on the back, so that doesn't have to sparkle. But, you know, unlike Fawkes, where they didn't leave it sparkly on the back. Anyways, am I going to get off that train? No, I'm not. But anyways, throughout this whole series, there is just a ton of stuff that relates to the Bible and Jesus and God and just everything in the Christian walk in life. And yeah, I know I don't talk about this series a lot, but I really have enjoyed it. I need to reread them because I don't think I've read them since, I'm not sure even if I've read all the books all the way through by myself. My mom read these aloud to me and my sister when we were kids, and that's mainly what I remember. I do remember reading some of them on my own all the way through, which mainly it's like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, The Horse and His Boy. I'm pretty sure I've read through all of them, but those two and The Last Battle, those are the only the only three, excuse me, that I fully remember. Oh yeah, and The Dawn Treader. I fully remember reading those all the way through on my own, but I don't really remember the others. I'm not sure if I liked the others as much. I know I didn't really care much for The Magician's Nephew or The Silver Chair, which is kind of a controversial thing because I know a lot of people love The Silver Chair. For some reason, I could never get into that one. I don't know if I liked Prince Caspian that much either. I like the movie. But yeah, I've watched the 3 movies more than I've read the books, but I definitely want to reread them. But yeah, this one, I do remember it had lots and lots of Christian allegorical content and just, yeah, all that type of thing in general. So yeah, I would definitely say this is one of the series with lots and lots of Christian content in it. And the last prompt is to tag someone. So I'm just going to pick some random people. I know a lot of people may have already filmed this video and have it live because A lot of people are doing Vlogmas, so they've already pre-filmed these, but I'm just gonna go ahead and tag some people. You guys do not have to do these at all. If you've already been tagged, you've already filmed these videos, whatever is the case. But yeah, I just thought I'd spread it around, especially since I was tagged to do this like 2 years ago. So if you get tagged by me and you want to do it again like 2 years from now and say I tagged you, go right ahead. That seems to be the theme. So yeah. I'm gonna tag Celestia again. Might as well share that back with you, Celestia. So I'd like to see you do this with maybe different books than the one you did, like, you know, the video you did like 2 years ago, but I'm not gonna remember if you use the same books, so do whatever you want. I'm gonna tag Wreath from the writing Songbird, Lucy from the Lucy Chronicles, and Amanda from Book Lover Amanda. So yeah, tagging all you ladies. You guys obviously do not have to do this, especially if you already pre-filmed this for Vlogmas or whatever. But yeah, that is it. That is the tag. Those are all the books. Again, Celestia, so sorry it took me so long to get to this video, but at least I did eventually. You know, does that count? Does eventually count? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you like seeing all my random nonsense. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye!